Hello, this is the second lecture on basic concepts of Java. So yesterday we have executed our first program and we have also discussed some basic rules of Java, and we have also discussed the main methods. So today in this video we'll learn about some more basic concepts, and mainly we'll discuss the variables, string, methods and the question related to the topic we'll discuss today. So quickly we'll create a new Java class. We'll give a name to a class. Java class name always starts with uppercase, so we'll give a name. We'll click on this to generate a main method for us. Click on finish. So this is the basic template we'll get after creating a Java class. So this is the class name. This is the package name that we have created yesterday, and the basic rule is the class name and the Java file name should match with each other, and this is the main method, and this is the auto generated comment. So yesterday we did not discuss about the comment, so today we'll discuss about the comment. Generally we use the comment to explain our code and to make it in the readable format and easy to understand what the action and what are the things we are doing in the program. So this is the single line comment. Single line comment starts with the 2 forward slashes. So anything that is written after this forward slashes is considered as a comment, and it is ignored by Java and it will not be executed. So we can also give comment using this one. So this is known as multi-line comments. So here we can give only a single line. So if we have multiple lines in the comment to explain our code, so we can give a multi-level comments. We can use this multi-level comments and we can write the comment in multiple lines. So anything that is mentioned within this multi-level comments will be ignored by Java. So now we'll start with the first topic, variable. What is variable? So variable is a placeholder for storing a data or the value. So to create a variable, we must specify the type of the variable and we have to assign a value to it. For example, if we want to store a value 100, we know it is an integer type, so we have to mention the type of that variable as int. So we can declare it as variable as, it means we have created a variable a. The value of the variable is 10, as 10 is an integer type, so the type we have mentioned as integer. Similarly, if we want to store the name or address of any person or some name of some institution, so we know it is a text, so integer type of that variable will be string. So this name, variable name, are user defined. We can give any name based on our understanding. So a is a variable name. Similarly, name is a variable name, and value assigned to the variable name is John, and the type of John is a string. So we can notice that whenever we are ending any sentence or statement, so we are giving a semicolon. So this is another rule of Java, that every statement ends with a semicolon. So these are the basic types of in data type in Java. So broadly it is divided into two types: primitive and primitive. So under primitive we have 8 data types. So these are primitive data type: integer, byte, short, long, float, double, character and boolean. And non-primitive data type: are string, classes, arrays, interface. So we'll discuss this in our next lecture. We'll concentrate on primitive data type in this video. So the question is how we select this type of the integer. So if you want to store some floating point number like 19.99 or 25.33, so we have to choose float and double. If you want to store some characters, single characters like a, b, we have to use character variable. So we cannot duplicate the variable name, so we'll use C. So this is a character name, variable name is C. We have assigned a character B, and this is the character data type. So we can see that we have, whenever we have declared a variable string, we have written the quotation. Similarly for the character, we have used a single quote. So boolean we use when we want to store some value like true and false. So if you want to print some variable, we see, so control space, it will give a option to print this. Then we'll write a variable name, and it's giving an error message. We'll see it asks me to change to a static. We'll change it. We'll learn this is the keyword we'll learn in the future later. As of now, we'll just select static before the variable and we'll print it. So the value of this variable a is displayed in the console output. If we write as double quote and if we try to print it, it's giving a. So it means anything if we write in a double quote, Java will consider as a string. It will not consider the variable name. The variable name, if you want to call and use, we have to use without a quotation sign. So again we'll use this one, a. So it will give me a variable that is stored in a variable name called a. So that is 10. So the way we are declaring this variable is integer a equals to 10. Again we have used duplicate, will use t. So the way we are using this declaring this integer is called integer literal. So what is literal? Literal is a fixed value that we assign to a variable in a program. So this is called integer literal. Similarly, we have string literal, where we are assigning a fixed integer, a string value to that variable. String equals to, so this is called string literals. So whenever we call d or we use str, so value of 10 and value of str will return to us. So the fixed value of d and str. So this is called string literal and integer literals. The other thing about this non-primitive data type is they belongs to they refers to a object, not to a class. So it is also known as reference data type. We'll create another class and we'll discuss about methods. So methods will generate the main method for us. This is the new class we have created under same package. Package is nothing but is a folder structure. All the Java classes that we are creating is getting stored in the single package that we have created yesterday. So in method, again, anything we have we can declare, we have to declare after this class. We cannot declare the variable outside this class name. So it's giving an error message. So everything in Java we have to write after the class name. So this is my class. My class is methods. So here we'll write the method. Method, to perform any action, we use a method. How we declare the method is method name parenthesis along with the, when we declare method, along with the method name and parenthesis, we have to give some other information like method attributes like visibility, return types, name of the method, method body, arguments. So I'll write the syntax of this method declaration. So this is the visibility type, this is return type, this is method name, this is the parenthesis where we can pass the argument, this is the curly braces where we can write a block of the code. So before that we'll declare some variables. So we generally use method for the reusability purpose, so that we can, every time you can use this method, we don't have to write a same piece of code again and again. So the main, now our task is to add this to number. So we are creating a method so that we can reuse this code to add two variables. So here we'll declare a variable c called 100. we want to add, there are some operations we can perform. The mathematic assignments are there. So this is integer sum, and we want to perform an addition operation, a plus b plus c. So we want to add integer a value, integer b value, integer c value. So we are not using a value, we are using a variable name, and we want to print the value of total summation. So we are using the variable sum. So this is the method we have created. So visibility, there are visibility, different type of visibilities are there. So just as of now, we'll understand this is a public. It can be accessible by anyone. And void is a return type. So if you expect that this method should return some integer value, so we'll write as a return type integer. And if we write as the integer, it will give me an error message to write a return statement that it should return the integer, the sum of this number. If we expect we want some string text, then it's we'll check, we'll delete, and in string then it's a return statement, and return statement should be null, or we can give any return statement string. So we don't want any return statement, so we have to write void over here, and we have to remove this void. Method cannot have a return value, so we have to remove this one. So other than void, if you want some specific data type, we have to give the mention the return type. We can use boolean, any other primitive data type we can use, and even the non-primitive data type. So the problem is now before using any of this method or variable, we have to first declare it, then only we can use in our execution. Defining the variable and method is the first task. So how we can use this method? We have to create an object for this one. We know that this is the main method, is starting point of the program. When we execute a program, it will search for the main method and will come here and will start executing. So to run this method, we have to call this method from main method. So we cannot directly call this method, we have to create an object of this method. To create an object of this class, we have to specify the name of the class followed by the object name, and we have to use the keyword name. So how we can access this method, execute this method? We have to create an object, and object can be created by class name, object name followed by new, then so this is, we are creating an object. This is the user defined object name, this is the class name, and this is we creating a new memory in for that object. So we'll use obj, we'll use dot, and it will give all the variable and method that belongs to this class. And by creating this object means we can access the variable as well as the method, we can use it. So we can see this, we are getting A, B, and we are not getting the option C, but we are getting the method add. We'll select add and we'll run this. So it give the answer 122, 100, 10, 20, 10 plus 12 is 122. The reason why we are not getting the integer variable using dot is that when we declare a variable inside the class outside any method is called instance variable, and when we declare any variable inside any method is called local variable. The scope of this variable lies within this method only. Nobody other can access this variable. Only this method can use this variable. After that, if we want to print this variable, will not get option. Let's see. See, it's asking us to create a local variable C. Although the variable is created, it's not allowing me to access the variable because this scope of this variable is local and this belongs to this method. So one of the main important interview question that comes from here is what is local variable and what is instance variable. Single line command starts with the structure. So we want method only. Nobody other can access this variable. Only this method can use this variable. After that, if we want to print this variable, will not get option. Let's see. See, it's asking us to create a local variable C. Although the variable is created, it's not allowing me to access the variable because this scope of this variable is local and this belongs to this method. So one of the main important interview question that comes from here is what is local variable and what is instance variable. পুপু আমি বানিয়ে নিলাম, এবার আপলোড করে দেখি। পুপু এবার আমি আপলোড করে দিই, এবার আমি তুমি যা বলি তেমনি বলে। Hello, this is the second lecture on basic concepts of Java. So yesterday we have executed our first program and we have also discussed some basic rules of Java, and we have also discussed the main methods. So today in this video we'll learn about some more basic concepts, and mainly we'll discuss the variables, string, methods and the function related to the topic we'll discuss today. So quickly we'll create a new Java class. We'll give a name to a class. Java class name always starts with uppercase, so we'll give a name. We'll click on this to generate a main method for us.